Okay, next slide, I believe it's number 6. If we wanted to show all the columns and rows of a table, that is the entire table, you would enter the simplest of select statements using asterisks right here to tell SQL it want all the columns from a certain table and completely omit the where clause. You see there is none right here. Using Notepad, so let's switch to Notepad. Let's open up again under 03 query lecture subfolder. Let's open up the second SQL script, MySQL 3_02 underscore select underscore all underscore products. Okay, to open the blank file and enter the simplest again of select statements you'll ever write. Select everything from product. Okay, save it, close it, minimize Notepad, switch to Toad, close the first script and open up the second one. Okay, run it and observe you get all 7 columns, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and all 74 rows by checking out the bottom right corner. Let's close that one and switch back to the presentation. Okay, expressions. Okay, second bullet. Mostly simple ones for us, can be part of the select statement as well. The next example shows product retail prices discounted by 10% for products with more than 100 units on inventory, presumably to get rid of them. Using Notepad++ again, we will open the partially completed MySQL 3_03_ expressions _disk _price script. Okay, we will complete it by entering the round function, just like in Excel. 2 parameters. The first one is the number, which is retail price multiplied by 0.9. In other words, 90% of the retail price. That's the discounted price, comma 2 for 2 decimals, and then we'll use the as statement to give it a name, discount price, and then comma, we'll also grab the retail price itself. Okay, so there's going to be 4 columns resulting from the select statement. The product name, group, the discount price, which is the retail, 90% of the retail price or 10% discounted retail price rounded to 2 digits. The retail price itself from the product table, okay, where on hand, which is the inventory, is at least 100. Okay, we'll save that, review it, close it, and minimize Notepad++, open that third script, and Toad, check it out, make sure there's no errors, at least by the glance, and then run it. Okay, you should get 4 columns, as I just discussed: the product name, group, discounted price, 10% from the retail price, and then the retail price itself. All right, so 4 columns and 11 rows. See, record 11 rows. So those were the ones that had inventory on hand in excess of 100. So you notice again the use of the round function, just like in Excel, and the as keyword, giving the newly calculated column a meaningful name rather than some default expression. Okay, we'll close that, switch back to the presentation. The third bullet, the like operator, is often used to partially match a column of text. For example, if we wanted to find all the products whose names start with the word bike, we would use the like operator and the wildcard character percentage sign right here at the very bottom of the slide, representing any text following the first 4 letters, bike, B-I-K-E. Notice the difference between, at the very bottom, between different DBMSs. Access uses double quotes for string literals, which is this word bike, and a special character following it, and uses that asterisk for a wildcard character, whereas MySQL uses single quotes and the percentage sign for a wildcard character. Okay, so let's again use Notepad to open partially completed partially completed MySQL 3 underscore 04 underscore like bike script. Okay, and then add the MySQL where clause, where prod name like, now let's use capitals, like, and then single quote, bike, %, single quote. And let's see, save it, close it, open it in Toad, and let's see if it works. Okay. Okay, the color scheme is a little different, but the result should be, let's see, what should be the result? The result should be all 7 columns, because we did not restrict them, we took them all, but the number of rows should be only 9. There are only 9 products. There are only 9 products whose name starts with the word bike. Bike Adult Mountain, Bike Super Pro Lightweight, Bike Helmet, and so forth and so on. So there's down to the bike replacement chain and seat covers. So those are the 9 products. The 9 products out of I think it was 70 something of them. Okay, and all 7 columns as we just indicated. Now close this window, minimize Toad, and switch to the lectures folder. Scroll to the top, actually switch to Access. That should be still open. If it's not, then reopen it, obviously. And let's try to recreate this 4th query, skipping the 2nd and 3rd, in Access as well. Okay, so we'll go under the Create tab and create another blank query. This time it's going to be based on a product table instead of customer. Okay, we'll bring the query grid a little bit higher. The product, it doesn't matter. The product, you can expand it if you need to. And then to bring all the columns, all 7 columns, okay, the equivalent of the asterisk is this thing here. Drag it and you drop it. And it's going to add all 7 columns, or however many are in a table, to the query grid. Then, because we have a criteria, this is slightly different in the MySQL, we're going to, what will appear to add the on hand one more time. We're going to add on hand. It's not on hand. Sorry, it's not on hand. Let's delete that one. It is, what is it? It is, the product name, right? We're going to add the product name one more time. Okay, so it appears, it looks like it appears twice, and it would, but what we'll do, we'll check off the show checkbox on the product name, so that will essentially hide that column from display in the query grid, and we'll use it solely for the criteria that says like, and now in double quotes, bike with asterisks instead of the % symbol, close double quote, enter or tab out of that criteria cell. Then save. Again, what would it be? ACCDB3 underscore. This is number 4, right? 04 underscore like underscore bike. Okay, and then run it, and notice you will get the same 7 columns, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the same 9 rows right there. 9 rows. Okay, for all the products whose name starts with the word bike. Okay, well, you can examine if you wish the SQL view. It's going to look again very similar, not exactly the same, but very similar to the one in MySQL. It's going to have the product column, table rather here instead of just the asterisks, and it's going to miss some of these extra parentheses. Okay, close it, minimize it, switch back to the presentation, and pause.